All right, so the time is now. We need to get this fixed for our friend, and then he can go back to doing whatever he needs to do with it. So we'll get started on that right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man. Still a little bit under the weather, but we got stuff we got to get done. So the task at hand is this 7040 Allis Chalmers, which has several leaks to contend with, and we just need to make some progress here. I kind of decided that my best course of action with this filter base that's leaking is to just get it out of there. I could take it loose up there, which I'm not really sure if that's an oil cooler made into the you know what I'm saying? Like, is it made into the radiator, or is that a pass-through? I don't know. All I know is there's a hose that goes up there that's kind of covered in garbage. So we might assess whether we need a new one of those made also along our way. But I think it'll be easy to get that out of there and then just take the steel line loose here and get the whole thing out of the frame and figure out what we got going on before we do anything else. And I might be totally wrong on that, but time will tell. All right. Now, if I was smart, you know, I would make this happen in such a way that there wasn't any trouble. But we all know that ain't gonna happen. So, is that 5/8? What is that? It's covered with so much trash that can't tell what size it is. Oh, boys, I should have probably, what am I trying to say? Dang it. Well, that ain't gonna play nice, is it? Maybe I'm looking at this the wrong way. Maybe I'll leave that whole apparatus and just take the little line loose, you know? That would make more sense, wouldn't it? I don't even know where that goes. Now my next thing that's going to make me question my life choices is, I wonder if I ought to take the filter off immediately. I think I'm gonna have to. I also question whether my plan's really gonna work the right way or not, but that is neither here nor there. I'm gonna need to get some buckets because I'm sure it will leak as soon as we do this. So, and then I guess I'll also get the impact sockets so that we got something that fits this. I'm gonna put one bucket there, put one bucket here. Let's first take this off, which will also give us the opportunity to make sure that it is actually the number that we got, because I ordered it from the old Agco store. 702-67600. Let's see, 702-67600. Good deal. So we got that after I threw all my box of parts on the ground. Great. So now where to begin? Well, we're going to take lines loose. We're going to try to take that loose, and I think I'm going to take the hose loose up there so I can assess whether that hose is really a good thing or not, you know? It's not that. Does that fit that other one? By chance? Probably not. Why would it? Is it inch? All right. Okay, this is where the offset wrenches shine in hydraulics. It just seems like you always need that extra little bit when you're working on hydraulics for some reason. So between the four sides of the wrench, you can always make some progress, even if it's slow. But like there, see, well, that time I got it, but sometimes you can't quite get your wrench in there, so you could actually, you know, use this side, then flip back to this side. But you get what I'm saying. They're not cheap. A set of these is about 1,200 bucks. Probably a little more if you buy Snap-on. These are Cornwell. I got a good deal on a partial set, and then I filled in the gaps. The Cornwell tool dealer came to the shop where I worked, and I just bought the others here and there over time. Bought the roll to keep them in. I don't really like this roll pouch. It's kind of awkward and it dumps the smaller wrenches out, so. But these are not ones you use every day. You will have them in the drawer of your rollaway box, or these usually live in the service truck rolled up. That's how she goes. All right, there's one. The other one, can I get to it? Will I destroy my whole life trying to do this? I don't know. I'll settle for busting my knuckles and dropping the camera. As long as I didn't, you know, destroy anything irreplaceable. I'll certainly take it. All right. Not knowing what we're doing is half the fun, you know. I am no expert, but we did work on these, so I should be able to figure it out. Some guys are going to say, why are you doing this? Well, that's just the way I'm doing it, friends. Okay, that's not going to hold. I don't know why I thought it would. Let's see if we can get that up in there. I would love for that to come loose for me. Nope. Okay. Well, okay, I see it. That's the bad part about working in the outdoor shop here. If you drop stuff in the grass, sometimes it's a scavenger hunt to find it back. Come on. So far I'm impressed that not much oil is leaking out. I figured we'd have a gusher, but I'm betting it's been running low on oil. And that's why we are the way we are. Alright. Let's get this out of there. Oh, I need to take the wire off the sending unit too, before I destroy that. Can I get this out of here? I hope so. I'm not exactly sure. It might not come out of there. The way that it is. That's where I wish I had taken that plastic thing off of there, but some creative rolling. And now we can see what we got here. I'm gonna say it's time to replace this hose. It's probably original, it's brittle, cracked, and it's covered with crap. So it might be seeping slightly, but at any rate, it would be better to fix it now while we got it apart than wait till she blows. And I think I'm early enough in the day that I will be able to run to town and they'll still be there. So I'm gonna try to see if I can make that happen. All right, we're back from town. We got us a brand new hose, which will be lovely. And I'm gonna get a good shot of this before so you can see how dirty it is, because we're gonna clean that up. Then we'll take out both fittings and swap out the O-rings that should be behind here. And hopefully our leak troubles will be over. And if they aren't, why, then we're gonna be really sad, you know, because then that means we'll have to go further. But I would say that is where it was leaking based on the way it was. I don't think it's that his flare is cracked. But, you know, that'll become evident when we put her back together. But I don't think it is. I think the trouble where it was dripping was out of the in-between there, what I'm trying to say. So yeah, anyway, even if that was leaking, we're still going to fix that because it's time, you know. That hose we changed out was the original, so it's time. All right, I got that apart fairly painlessly. You can tell that this O-ring is pretty flat. This has also got a relief valve in it, which I assume if the filter becomes plugged, it then opens to let stuff go through so you don't melt her down. But anyway, you just hang out there a second. I'm working on taking this loose. I don't know that I can do that with you watching, lest I stab myself in the hand. So I'll probably just do that off camera. Dry and brittle. Sure. And I don't know, but I assume they're different because I ordered 2 different kinds. Ooh, they sent a ton of these. Yes, young and supple. Come on. Come on. There. Sure. It's 1.5 inches, so. Let's flip her over. Try the other side. Can we do this in a reasonable way? How about it? I guessed right. Well, that ain't good, as that looks like it's too much. So that's a thrill. Apparently what they sent me was not right. So I guess I will go match this up out of stuff I have on hand because what they sent is not right. We'll see about this going in. I messed up though. I should have turned the I should have locked that nut down. I can still do that. Just gotta find another wrench to do what I want to do. All right, we got that tucked in there. And I think we're gonna be good on that. I'm not sold on this hose. I think it should probably be tucked up out of the way a little better. Might have to zip tie it up to something just to keep it where it doesn't rub our, you know, whenever you get like this at the axle. I know what I'm trying to say. You got to decode it, you know. So, time to put the filter on. And I think a good idea to do would be to fill it with a little bit of the hydraulic fluid he brought. What are the chances we're going to be able to do this without making a huge mess? Probably not very much. All right, let's not look at the fact that I got that all over me. Oh well. You can't win them all, you know. All right. That looks pretty. Now, the question is, should I start it up and see if we got that leak fixed? Or should I go on to the transmission, or not transmission, but the filters that are in the back end and swap them out first? I don't think the oil will get too hot to manage in that short time, so I'd kind of like to start it up just so I knew, you know, what was what. Because if we didn't fix it, we got to go farther. And the only thing that could be else wrong with it is if that steel line here is cracked in the flare. But we're gonna hope that's not the thing. All right, now his door doesn't seem to want to stay open for me, of course. Before I do this though, I think that's why I wanted to do the filters first. I'm not sure that those filters are the same compartment as this, but it needs oil is what I'm getting at. And we're not gonna know if we got our leak fixed until we fill it up. See, there's our little sight bubbles. And we don't have any oil in there. Maybe we'll just crawl under and fix the filters first, or change the filters first. Now, if I was somehow a little smarter, I'd be able to do this easily. But basically what happens here, there's a filter in there, and I should be able to pull it out and change it without losing a bunch of oil out of the back end of the tractor. It's in such a way that, you know what I'm saying. Now, unfortunately, when the tractor is narrowed up like this one is, there ain't much room. So, it's gonna be sadness, friends. Sadness. Let's start with the hardest to get to. We're gonna hope this comes out easy, because I see one of the push nut things is broke off. It's see, you're supposed to take these and move them like here. That one's full of trash anyway, so. Bucket's gotta get out of my way for a minute. Alright, come on. Jeez. Quite the contortion act. Now, we really need to get that. I didn't bring enough stuff to deal with one that was stuck. Let me get something to jam in there. Come on. Oh yeah. Wonder how long it's been since that's been changed. I can't contort my arm, I'm gonna set it down. Now, I believe there's 2 O-rings in there that gotta come out. I guess you can kind of see. I can't really, there's really no room for either of us, so I can't do a lot here to help you. But there's one, and then there's one out here. And I'm not happy with this really needs cleaned up better. So we're gonna have to do that first before we go back together. Kind of nasty. Just double check this and make sure we're happy. I remember how much fun this is. There. There's one. Let's put in the second one. There. That one's in. Alright. Now we gotta get our filter set up to go. That's awesome. Just exactly what I wanted, huh? Yeah, right. I gotta get this end cap off of here. The end cap with the spring, this, is mainly just to help push it out. And also it pushes against that plug in the back, I think, and lets the oil flow in. So, and relax, I'm going to put it in the lid. I just have to, I need someplace to set it while I'm working here. And that was what I came up with. So yeah, you're supposed to put it in the lid first. Okay, camera got too hot again, but I got that together. So now we'll go do the one on the other side. Okay, I got that one out and it's draining. And this is exactly why I wanted to do it. I don't think it's ever been changed. Dirty is what I'm saying. So we're gonna clean it up. Our pieces, there's our cover. I mean, I know it's never been changed for years because I had to chisel dried grease and stuff away just to get the lid off. So I'll get it ready to go and then we'll stick it back up in there and we should be ready to try it out after we, of course, add oil to what we got here. So this filter is actually totally paper, no metal cage. So that made it kind of a trick to get out of there, is what I'm saying. All right, I got that done. It's not easy because it's under there. Plus, that side has a fuel tank on it. So now we're gonna top it off. And what we gotta do is get in between our two little sight bubbles there. I'll put you on it, maybe you can see it. Sometimes it's pretty hard to tell whether you got it or not. Luckily, these are pretty clean. Some of them you can't hardly see. I think we're in the bottom one. Yeah, I see an air bubble there, so I think we need a little bit more. Oop, there we go. I tell you what, feeling lousy, that took a lot out of me to do that. But we're gonna at least run it and see if we got this drip fixed. And then we'll make more videos fixing the rest of its ailments. Because I got, like I said, his valve cover gasket is leaking pretty bad, the way it's covered. And there's possibly another hydraulic leak underneath. We got to take the skid plate off to find that out. So, all right. No leaks yet. I think his belts are too loose. I hear him squeaking a little bit. right. I think we got the main one fixed. Nothing coming from there, so that's good. We got our 2 filters underneath changed, which definitely needed it because they've never been done, it appears. And it looks like his tire's going low. Hopefully it don't go flat. But our next place we're going is take this skid plate off, clean all that mess up, and see if we can tell that anything at all is leaking. Just looking at it, I kind of feel like it's probably time to replace that hose. That's another original. You can see the paint on it, and I mean that's like 50 or 60 years old, whatever these are. So definitely, probably about time to do that thing. But anyway, we had some success. The motor is an oily mess from that valve cover, but we'll get that next time. But luckily, we got the main thing it was here for fixed, I believe. So that's good. We'll keep plugging away at it, and we will make it happen. Get a little bit better picture here so you can see the whole thing. But yeah, that's progress made. In the grand scheme of things, it really shouldn't take too long to do the rest of that, but time will tell, friends. Time will tell. Do you suffer from low intelligence and are easily entertained? Well, then hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment. And that way we can keep making entertainment that your feeble minds can understand. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.